Okay, getting ready for the EOCT this Thursday. These are the how to work questions 6 through 11 on the practice test that we did last week. So if you had problems with those, then go through here and look and see which ones you need to look at for more clarification. Number 6 says, given angles 1 and 2 are a linear pair. Remember, that means they make a line. Angles 3 and 4 are a linear pair. Prove angle 1 is congruent to 3. And this question wants us to see which reason justifies step 2. So in order to do that, I need to look at step 2, which says angles 1 and 2 are supplementary. Angles 3 and 4 are supplementary. So I'm going to look at the first pair, angles 1 and 2. And here are angles 1 and 2. I can tell A, they're not congruent angles, so I wouldn't choose A. B, definition of complementary angles. Remember, complementary adds to give you 90, so they don't do that. C, linear pair postulate. That means they form a line. And if you look at angle 1 and 2, you put those together, they form the straight line there. So the correct answer would be C, linear pair postulate. Number 7, angle LNC is congruent to angle NCL. And LD is perpendicular to NC. Prove that triangle NLC is isosceles. Again, this question wants us which reason justifies step 4. So in order to find that out, we need to look at step 4, which is proven triangle NLD congruent to triangle CLD. It would be very helpful if you would mark the the information already proven in the previous steps. So I'm going to go backwards. I'm going to mark LD congruent to LD, so that would be a side. So a little tick mark on that side between the letters L and D. Angle LDN is going to be congruent to angle LDC, and we know they're both right angles, so you can draw the right angle mark. Now, it will help if you only look at one triangle, so let's mark this triangle out here. If I read this mark here is an angle mark, so I'm going to put an A. This is a right angle mark, so I'm going to put an A. And this tick mark here represents the side. Now notice the side is not in between the two angles, so I wouldn't choose A. I don't have two sides, so I wouldn't choose B. Angle, angle, angle is not a reason. So the answer choice is D, angle, angle, side. The side is not in the middle of the two angles. Number 8, quadrilateral math is shown below. What information will not be used to prove that math is a parallelogram? Alright, so we want to prove this a parallelogram. I had a difficult time with this one. I did choose A, and the reason that I chose A was because to show that angle M was congruent to angle T, that would be here. I would have to know the opposite angle theorem. You already have to know that it's a parallelogram. So I couldn't use it if I needed to know that it was a parallelogram. So that's why I chose choice A there. Number 9, based on the drawing below, what construction is completed? Alright, if I connected these two dots, alright, I would not be making an angle. I do see perpendicular because I see my right angle formed. And it's bisected because it's cut into two equal parts. So I would say definitely B. Number 9, if a segment XY with endpoints 6, 9 and 2, 2 is dilated by a factor of 3, what are the coordinates of Y prime on the new segment? Now remember, if you're dilating by a factor of 3, factor means we multiply. So we want to find the one that multiplies by 3. So if I multiply 3 times 6, I get 18. And if I multiply 3 times 9, I get 27. So that's the answer to 9. And number 11, in the figure below, triangle F is dilated to figure F prime, shown below. What is the fixed scale of the dilation? Well, I looked at this side here, and I saw that it was 2 units long. And I look at this transformed figure, and it's got 1. Goes from here to here. So that would give me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So to multiply, what did I have to multiply to get from 2 to 6? I had to multiply by a factor of 3. And that'll be all for these. If you have any questions on the any of the other questions, look at the other videos for the questions that you want to see work.